Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right,
We'll
so-
just keep it up. I'm going to plug it in so we'll see that it's doing. Okay, so you said Jackie first. So
Yeah,
I got
Jackie
Monica
first.
in here. Okay, so Jackie, call Jackie. And do I have his sisters? I think I do. You said-
Yeah, her name is Alicia.
Okay.
Hopefully you
So
got
Jackie. Okay. I'm sure I do.
it. Yeah.
So Jackie first. Okay. I'm going to plug this up so we'll know it's still recording.
Yo.
Yo, what's up, brother, man? I tell you what, God's busy today, brother. God or the devil. I don't know which one it is. I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's God or the devil, but somebody busy today, man. First off, I left my laptop at home. So then we're trying to scurry around here and find something else to be able to record. So we found something, but yeah. So I think we're good to go. How you doing, brother?
Hey man, I'm good.
Yeah, I think this should be this should be a good one, but we'll see. It should be a good one.
Let's make it good. Make DNA podcast great again.
Okay, brother, we're gonna go ahead and call Aaron now.
All right, okay. Today is his birthday, by the way, y'all.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, today is his birthday.
41.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So, Dad, you can see this is recording still nice.
Yeah, I can see it.
And this is recording. Okay, perfect. So you got 2 backups. Aaron?
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aaron. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, brother.
Man, appreciate it from both of you. The funny part about it is I was looking at my phone like, okay, yeah, they're a little bit behind schedule today. Then I thought about it like, they may just have Jackie and Alicia on the phone.
Aaron,
and they told on me.
No.
the devil's busy.
No, I tell you, brother. Like she said, this session today, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's God, the devil, or somebody messing with me, brother, because I left my damn laptop at home. I'm over my daughter's house. And so then we're scurrying around here trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to use to tape this thing? She's got a Mac. I needed a Mac because I needed GarageBand. Well, then her Mac don't have GarageBand on it. It's not updated enough. So then we got her tab. Oh, that's a long story. But anyway, hopefully it looked like it working.
Okay.
So we got your brother. We got your brother on the line. Just your brother and you now. So we'll go ahead and call Alicia next. Let Nikki go ahead and call Alicia.
I got an after call.
Great.
So
All right.
Appreciate it, Nikki.
yeah, of course.
What's up?
His name is not Aaron. His name is Dick Dastley. Ask his ex-girlfriend.
Hey, man, my son my son is here. Let's not get into it.
That's the first one we should ask that question.
Jackie, do me a favor. What's Alicia's number, please?
Or maybe Jackie can add her.
It's 504.
You said, what is it?
It's 504.
50.
Hold on, let me get to it.
Okay.
255
255.
3870.
Thank you, Jackie. Somebody may have to add somebody because I don't know how many you can add. We'll
I think
see.
it's 5.
Is it 5? Okay, then we're safe.
Maybe not.
Somebody might have to add. Maybe Jackie can add his friend.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do that.
Yeah, but I'll add Monica.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll answer. If not, I'm gonna have to start it all over again.
I was able to do it.
Your call has been forwarded to a...
Okay. So we'll go with Alicia, Monica.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you find it. I'm gonna come back in.
Automated voice messaging system.
Yeah, dang it.
504255388. 7.
Oh, cool. I can end that one. Oh, she just added it. Okay, let me accept it.
Alicia, you on?
Let me add it. She just called.
Alicia, are you on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So who we got, Nikki? How you doing, girl?
They just
I'm good. How you doing?
When I
We're
got
good.
her,
We're good.
It dropped the other ones. I'll just
So
come
so
back.
we got to add your brothers back again.
Okay.
All right.
The devil is busy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a hot topic.
Oh yeah.
Calling Aaron. Says calling, but it ain't. Aaron? Says calling, but it's not. I have to start all damn over again. No worries. I call this one here. I'm gonna call in Alicia first. Aaron and Jackie later.
Hello.
Hey, somebody, the devil busy today, girl. They don't want us to do this podcast. We having all kind of issues.
Yeah, I'm ready to call your brother. Brothers. Yeah, the devil's busy. I'm like, woo. So let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me add. Let me go here to Aaron. Let me add Aaron. Okay. I'm calling Aaron. Hopefully he'll answer. Hopefully he'll realize he's not on the call anymore.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Aaron?
Is not available.
Okay, so I'll call Alicia and I'll ask her to let her brothers, text her brothers to let them know they're not on the call. That's what I'll do.
I'm here.
Hey, Alicia, can you do me a favor? Can you text Aaron and Jackie and let them know to answer their phone? They're not on the call anymore. They probably think they're on the call.
Okay, hold on.
She said hold.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I was putting. Hold on. Shower around the phone.
The devil's busy there, I'm telling you.
Something going on.
I'm telling you, the devil is busy.
Hold on 1 second. So just text them the answer.
Just tell them to hang up and tell them I'm gonna call them back in like 1 minute. 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it's funny because he just texted me and asked me, "Are you still getting on?"
Yeah, and that's what happened. They dropped off.
Okay.
Thank you. You want me to just add Monica
Well-
now?
Yeah, you can add Monica.
And then I'll come back to Jackie and them. Yeah, they probably thought they were still on. Monica Dad, I'm gonna add her. Mobile. I believe in the devil. And he's
Something
busy.
going on.
Something going on, I'm telling you. That's because God don't want you to mess with God. Like, if you don't leave me alone on a Sunday, you messing with God, Dad. That's your problem, yeah.
And if Monica don't answer, no problem.
Okay.
Because she didn't confirm she's going to be on anyway.
Let me just switch.
Monica Williams.
Let me call this other lady because that's
Yeah.
going to be the unknown.
Yeah.
What's her name? Okay, let me call this other lady that we don't know. What's her name, Dad? Rachel.
Rachel,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to call her, then I'll call everybody else back.
Right.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel. I'm here with my dad, Pop, to do the podcast. I'm getting ready to call Jackie and Aaron and Alicia. If you could stay on the
Okay.
phone, please. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so here I'm gonna add Jackie first. I'll add Aaron. You messing with your memo? Yeah, you messed with it today. Leave good enough alone. It was chilling. You like a child.
Hello.
Hey, Aaron, I'm gonna add your sister on now. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna merge. Okay, Rachel and Aaron, I'm getting ready to add Alicia on, please. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Jackie Collin, let me see. Accept. Jackie Collin, so I can merge him. Jackie?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting ready to add your sister on. Okay? Rachel
Okay.
is on though, so I'm getting ready to add your sister on.
Rachel, what now?
Yeah, she is on. I just got to add your sister,
Okay.
please.
All right.
Let me go here. Go here. Recent. I will merge them all together.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay.
Who's on? We should have everybody on.
So we have Jackie. So Jackie, you there, Jackie?
I'm here. Yeah.
Aaron,
Yep.
Alicia,
Yep, I'm here.
and Rachel.
Present.
Roll call.
People, please. Look. I don't think we're supposed to do this topic today. I don't think we're supposed to do this topic. I'm over my daughter's house. Let me explain. No, let me explain. I'm over my daughter's house. I usually come over here because it's probably going to be quiet and I get to visit her once a week or whatever. And so normally I'll come over, I bring all my equipment and everything. I get in the house, everything got here okay. I go to set everything up, and guess what I didn't bring?
What?
My computer. Guess what's probably the most important part of this process for me? My computer.
The computer.
Yeah. So, and it's a Mac. It's not a regular PC, it's a Mac. So then,
Hey, Pop.
yeah,
Pop, these good Christians will tell you that was a devil interfering. Maybe that was God
Brother.
helping your ass out.
brother, I don't know what it is. But there's something that's throwing up barriers to this presentation. I'm just telling you. Found just so happened my daughter had a Mac. This girl don't know nothing about no damn computers, but she got a Mac. I got her a Mac a few years ago. But it didn't have GarageBand on it, right? So that's a barrier. She got a tablet. It's got GarageBand on
And
it.
it's Apple.
Yeah, and it's
Apple
Apple Mac.
products.
So I mean, but man, I'm just telling you. Y'all just don't know. I have to share it with you. But I'm glad to have everybody
Hey, you know what I'm
on.
gonna say?
What was that,
You know
brother?
what I'm gonna say again? You know what I'm gonna say about that?
What's that?
Look at God. Look at God.
Is God? Well, let me put it this way: the devil tried to intervene, but it looked like God stepped in and helped us out. So hopefully that's what happened.
Okay, Lord.
Yeah.
That's it. Anytime there's some friction, the enemy does not want that conversation to be had.
I'm telling
Hey,
you.
Aaron, where Aaron at when I need him?
Yeah. All I'm telling you.
Hey, you don't need no backup dancer.
Look.
I know. I
Look.
don't need the backup dance. They do help make the concert better. They do help make the concert better.
Look. All I can tell you.
Hey, happy birthday, Aaron.
Yeah. We sang happy birthday to Brother Aaron. You still?
Happy birthday, bro.
You there, Aaron? Aaron must have
Not
put.
getting in. He's not.
Oh, wow.
He's there.
Crazy part about it is I was opening up a piece of candy, and I put you on mute earlier.
Look. All I can say is.
The conversation, and everybody just cut me off.
Yeah, this is all I can say. Today, for the next hour or so, we just need to be on guard. That's all I can tell you, because there's some strange things going on. And I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean, I believe. Look, I'm just telling you, if you can see what's going on my end, and Aaron and Jackie, you guys know we've been doing this for a minute. This ain't the first time we did this.
I know.
I ain't had no issues like this before. None.
None of these issues. That's crazy.
No, something going on. And I can tell you, I think this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. But go ahead.
Maybe the guy that really exists didn't want y'all to like spend a whole lot of time because we ain't did enough research.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All I can tell you is what I'm presently experiencing. Okay, that's all I can tell you. And it's weird. Let me just put that. Let me put it mildly. It's weird. So I tell you what, Rachel, since you're the new person, I tried to call Monica, Jackie, Aaron, but she didn't answer because she never did confirm that she was going to be on anyway. So it'll just be us. Okay. But Rachel, this thing is, if you haven't already noticed, it's kind of loosey goosey, free flowing, so to speak. About the only thing we try to make sure we do is to respect each other. Okay. And we try not to use profanity if possible. But hey, I don't know what your nationality. I don't know what your nationality is. But when you get a bunch of black folk together, more than 2 or 3, profanity is going to pop out occasionally. Now, the devil's at work again. My daughter got my phone plugged in, right? And she just walked away and tripped over.
Is that what you feel?
I promise you, this is crazy.
She tripped over.
This is crazy.
So I'm just telling y'all people, y'all be on guard. But Rachel, so I don't know if you have any initial questions.
Well, no, I'm going to sit back and listen, and I'll jump in when it sounds like something I can contribute to.
Okay.
Let me introduce her. Rachel, I work with Rachel. So Rachel and I have had some of these kind of conversations, relationships. Maybe not so much as religion piece of this. The last, would you say 2 months, Rachel, off and on?
Yes.
So Rachel and I see each other every morning. I go and I tell her, and when I walk in the office, I woke up this morning and chose violence.
Okay.
But Jackie is never ready for me. He chooses violence, but then he ends up licking his wounds. So
tear him up.
I love it.
Rachel.
I love it. I like you already, Rachel. Okay, so what we'll do?
Even Aaron had to make a comment.
Hey, right, because I know the devil is always working. You know what I'm saying? When there's a level of truth about to hit you, man, you know that anybody can show up and stop that. I'm just waiting to see if Rachel the good one or the evil one right now.
Okay, so what we'll do? So what we'll do, Rachel? I normally do a little introduction, and then we'll kind of what we've been doing so far hasn't been too official, so it probably won't be on the podcast. So what I'll do is a introduction, and then we'll kind of get into it. Also, excuse me, bear with me again. Somebody at work here. I got a slight cough. I've had a cold probably for the last few weeks. And I'm on the tail end of it, but every now and then I get this involuntary little cough. But so bear with me on that. All right, so let me go ahead, guys, and let me start with this introduction thing, okay? We ready?
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode on DNA Hardwired, common sense turned upside down. My name is Pop, and with me are my co-hosts, Jackie, Aaron, and Alicia. Also today, we have a special guest. Her name is Rachel, and Rachel's also joining us. On our last few episodes, we discussed choices and alternatives, and we're primarily discussing the areas of government and politics. I think we had two or three sessions on that. And so today we just decided to go ahead and switch up just a little bit. So what we're going to talk about today is we jump right out pan into the fire. So we're going to talk about religion today. Now, I just want to preface this presentation. Just be aware, understand that it's not our intention to tell you what you should believe or how you should believe. Knowing where we came from as man should be important to us. And so we're just trying to provide some information that will hopefully give us a better idea of understanding our existence and how religion might play a role in that. So I just wanted to preface that. We're not going to try to convince you you should believe, you shouldn't believe. This is not about trying to tell you what you should believe and what you shouldn't believe. All right. There's 5 of us on this call. We're all going to have our own opinions about religion, about God, the devil, whatever else you might want to share about man and our existence. So that's what this is all about. Now, there's no doubt in my mind, at some points, we're going to have some disagreements. I can already tell you that right now. There's going to be some disagreements. But that's okay. We understand that. Okay, so what we'll do is, what are some of you guys, just your initial thoughts on this religion thing? I've got a little outline that we're going to try to go ahead and follow. But give me some of you guys' initial thoughts. I'm going to start with you, Jackie. Any initial thoughts?
Well, let me say this. First of all, tell everyone that's listening, thanks for taking the time out your Sunday to listen to us. And as I always say, these conversations are for entertainment purposes only. That's my disclaimer always. This is for entertainment purposes only. Don't take us serious. We're not experts on religion, politics, psychotherapy. We're not experts on any of this. We just a group of people that voicing our opinions or positions about whatever subject that we talk about. Now, as far as religion is concerned, I think we almost need to pull up the tree and plant a new forest.
Did you say pull up the tree and plant a new forest? Is that what you said?
Plant a new forest. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you'll expound upon that as we get into this conversation.
I think from a religious standpoint, we've been lied to. I think we've been sold a bag of goods, and that's my position on it.
Okay, now keep that in mind what you said, because as we get more into this, I'm going to ask you at some point to kind of explain what you mean about we've been sold a bag of goods, so to speak. Okay?
Got no problem with it.
I know you don't. Okay. All right, Brother Aaron.
It's so funny how he says it's so bold and no problem with it.
Who's that? Who's that talking? Who's that talking?
That was Alicia.
It's Alicia.
Okay, go ahead, Alicia. What did you say now, girl?
I said it. He just he's so pumped. No problem.
I got you. Aaron, are you still on mute?
Not at all.
Okay, brother, what's your initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts about religion, man, this has kind of been my thought on it for the past 20 years, which is it's all regional. Like
it's all what?
You would never get me to, huh?
You said it's all what?
Regional.
Regional. Okay, I got you.
Right. Depending on your birthplace the geographic location of your birthplace decides what you believe in.
I hear you.
And I'm yet to see a scenario that shows me anything different. The reason why you don't find, too many Muslims in Mississippi is because, simply put, Christianity was always there. There was never no Muslim that literally set up shop there, so you never had that. You don't have to worry about seeing a mosque. There's no Buddhists that set up shop there, so you don't worry about seeing those practices. Where everywhere you go, it's what's ever been there for the past 200 years is still there today, and nothing is new.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. So a lot of time religion, Christianity or whatever, belief in God or not, has a lot to do with location. And we're going to talk about man's origination at some point too, so here we go. We're talking about location, right? So very good point, Brother Aaron. What about you, Alicia? What are your initial thoughts?
I believe that there's one God. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna leave it alone right there until we get further in this conversation.
Okay, all right. That's saying a lot. What about you, Rachel?
I believe, like Alicia, that there is one God. And I also believe that it's awfully arrogant of man to think that they are here on their own accord, that there's nothing bigger than them.
Okay, and you're, Alicia, Rachel, you're touching on another part of the outline. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about some of the possible origins of man, as far as what some people think, where we came from. So that's good that you mentioned that. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and kind of get into this thing. And so, like I said, I kind of got an outline, but I know we ain't gonna stick too close to it because we never do. But at least we'll start with this outline I got. So Rachel, one of the first things I like to do is I like to throw out a few definitions so that hopefully we can agree that when we're talking about certain things, we agree that that's what we're talking about. Like, for example, right now we're talking about religion. And religion is defined as a structured system of beliefs, practices, and worldviews that connects humanity to the spiritual, supernatural, or transcendental way of seeing things. It provides a framework for understanding the nature of existence, moral behavior, and the meaning of life. Often featuring a moral code, rituals, sacred texts, and communal worship. Okay, so religion, as far as a definition, anything you want to add, disagree with, any comments on that definition? I know it was kind of long. I kind of went, kind of long. But some of the things...
I like that you brought up worship because... And I'm glad that I didn't know that worship was in the dictionary for that, because we as individuals, we were created to worship.
Okay, all right.
I like that.
Okay. Any other initial thoughts on religion as defined?
I'm with that. What? Then guess what? Go ahead. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Me too.
All right. Probably to further on the definition, probably, and Alicia kind of touched on it, probably the most widely used and accepted definition is the belief in and or worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. So that put a little bit of added stuff to it. Any comments on that?
That opens up the door. Matter of fact, that right there. Yeah. That tells you that there ain't no just one God. Right there. That tells you there's not just one God. That tells you that, in a sense, religion is based off of what someone identifies as their God.
That's not what that says.
Oh, well, you lying to me?
That was a definition.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was a definition. That ain't what God said.
That's not what God. Here's what.
But that's never what God said.
Which God are we talking about? Are we talking about God?
We're talking about there's only one true living God.
My point is this: that if there's only one God,
here's my question.
Denominations for.
Here's my question: if there's only one, how do you know?
Because I have my encounters with him every day.
No, that can't.
Okay,
I have my encounters with him every day.
So how do you know it's only one God? Let's talk about it. With all of the gods, okay, but give me a moment. With all of the gods that we discussed that are mainstream gods, Buddha, Allah, all of these Hindu gods, they have over 3,000 of them. All of their gods are man-made or were men. Our God is the creator of all things, that one true and living God. He is the only one that has an account in their books that he died and was raised from the dead. The rest of them are dead or were just made idols. So that's how we know that there's one God.
That's not true at all, though.
Not true at all.
We have so many stories that predate the Bible that showed up a savior in a manger on somebody's doorstep, basically an orphan.
That what now?
I said we have too many stories that predate the Bible that describes it the same way. A baby in the manger that showed up as an orphan.
Okay, but see, this is the thing about the Bible. Because before the Bible, there were scrolls and there were writings of the coming of Christ. So yes, you have those stories. And just like with any other thing, people take a story and they manipulate it. It's like that telephone game you play as a kid. I hear something, then I whisper it in your ear. You whisper it into Jackie's ear. By the time it gets to Pop, through Alicia, and from me, it's something totally different. It has kind of the same ring, but it's different. And that's what happened to the story. But the story is the story because when you look at it in its totality, Jesus died. He was in the grave for 3 days. And then he was raised. Tell me about Allah. Tell me about Buddha. Tell me about the 3,000 Hindu gods or any other one that has that story.
Right,
because it's not about how he was born. It was about the resurrection because anybody could be born, but it was about him dying and resurrecting.
No.
So tell me about that.
It's about the whole story because if any part of the story is a lie, the whole story is a lie.
No, it's all the truth, but I'm saying that that's where it really, the rubber hits the road and it divides him from these other gods with a lowercase g.
Hey, let me interject real quickly. This is kind of going to tie in what you guys are talking about. Got a question for you. And I think maybe, I don't know if it was Jackie or Aaron or both kind of hinted on this. I think both of them did. But let me ask this question. Where do you think most people get their knowledge about God, religion, and Christianity? Where do you think most people get that?
Ancestral history.
It was passed down. It's been passed down from grandmama, from great-grandmama, from uncles. It's been passed down. That's where it comes from.
The craziest thing I could ever believe, like I think, like literally, if original people saw that black people were worshiping the same God that they were given in slavery, to be the most laughable concept anybody had ever heard.
Okay, because first of all, that is incorrect. Because that is not where Christianity was given to black people. You have to understand where Jesus was born and where he was raised. The Israelites came out of Egypt. That's a black land. And this is before the Bible, the New Testament, and all of that was written. Christianity was in Africa long before colonism came to Africa. So Christianity, and when we talk about, I thought we were talking about religion a little broader, but definitely if you're talking about Christianity was in Africa before any white people went there, or the colonizers went there anyway.
You can't prove it.
Right.
You can. There's African theologians from 296 AD that coined the whole concept of the Trinity, that came up with the Nicene Creed. All of that happened before Christ, thousands of years before Christ.
But you didn't hear about none of it prior to the Council of Nicaea, so I'm not understanding the point.
You didn't hear about it. But like I said, the scrolls have been there. They have been unearthed. Things have been unearthed that proves that Christianity was in that land long before the colonizers came, long before slavery, thousands of years before.
Okay, so what? Like that sounds like a great, like it was taught, and it was a great story that was taught. But nothing about that. If I only was looking for facts, nobody on this call could give me any facts related to it.
I can give you facts. I can give you dates. I'll give you names that you can Google and find out that this is true. This is look up the theologian Augustine of Hippo. They called him the Black Dwarf. He was back in 300 A.D. Look it up.
Which would mean,
look him up.
which would mean there's hundreds of years that predate that, right?
He shaped the fundamental Christian doctrine. Look up Tertullian from 155 A.D. He's the one that coined the term Trinity. He's the one that wrote in the Latin after the Greek. So, I mean, there's proof out there. Just because you haven't looked for it and you stopped where it was convenient for you doesn't mean that that's the end.
Okay, so now
Hold on. One second. I love
But
it
when I say
people
you,
tell
I'm
me
talking
that's
in
where my
general.
research ended. But
When I say that, I'm talking in general.
I got you. But I've studied religion in general. So a person is telling me I've studied my religion compared to just religion, we're not having the same conversation. I truly feel we probably don't belong in the same conversation.
okay.
Because that person who studied one religion is very much so limited.
All right. Okay. So
That person who
Aaron.
studied religion wanted to know origin.
So Aaron, thank you, brother. You guys are just, y'all must be looking over my shoulder at my notes or something. Because what Aaron just did, he kind of tapped into what my next point was going to be. My next point deals with, and also Rachel, you were hitting on it too. But what my next point was, let me ask you this question. I know that probably for Alicia and Rachel for sure, this conversation is going to focus more on Christianity. I'm guessing. But now let me ask you a question. Out of all of the different religions in the world, what percent do you think Christianity represents? Out of all the religions in the world, 5%, 20%, 50%, 80%, what percent of all of the religions in the world would you guess that Christianity represents?
I'll say 5%.
I would say about 30 because Americans are devious on guns, and everywhere we drop a bomb, we left a Bible.
That's a good one. Any other guesses? What about you, Alicia and Rachel? What percent of the rest of the world?
This is Rachel.
Okay, babe, go ahead.
You said what percentage of what now?
I said of the world, what percent does, as far as religion goes, what percent of the world believes in Christianity?
I would say 25%, 20 to 25%.
Okay. Any ideas, Alicia?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so Rachel and Aaron, you guys were the closest. Aaron was actually the closest. Says that approximately 28.8%. That's 29%. Aaron said, I think he said 30. But so let's say 30. Let's say 30% of the world, as far as religion goes, believes in Christianity. Now, this is not saying what's right, what's wrong. It's just saying that we have to understand that at least 70% of the world believes something else. Now, we can say that our 30% is right and the 70% is wrong. Who knows? I have no idea. I'm just trying to put some perspective on this thing as far as where Christianity goes and what some of the other religions, for some of their other beliefs. Any thoughts on that?
72% of the world don't believe in Christianity. That's what you're saying.
There's 8.3 billion people. 8.3 billion.
Right. 72% of them don't believe in Christianity.
Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean it's right or wrong. That doesn't mean it's right or wrong. That's just, hopefully, that's...
No, we're not talking about right or wrong. We're talking about the numbers.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about. 72% of the world don't believe in Christianity.
We're trying to give it perspective.
72% people going to hell.
But yet, guess what? No, you can't say people going to hell because they believe in a different religion. Because the religion
That's where they go.
Lisa, hold on, no, you can't make that statement. That's part of the problem.
Yes, you can. You can't tell me I can't make a statement because God already said it.
I'm going to get this out. My point is this. Because it's like Aaron said it early on. Religion is based off of proximity. So someone that's born in the Middle East, Christianity is not a thing. They believe in Islam over there. So you can't say they're going to hell because they don't believe what you believe in. They can say you going to hell because you don't believe what we believe in. So that's a mute point. It washes each
No,
other
it's
out.
not a mute point. Not a mute point.
It absolutely is a mute point. It cancels each other out. If you believe in Christianity and I believe in Islam, you born in the United States, I'm born in Iraq over there. It cancels each
So
other out.
we're gonna go to Exodus 23.
No,
Where it
we're not
says, "You shall serve.
guess
You
what?
shall have
Oh,
no
we're
other
not
gods
gonna
before
be-
me." So we calling God a
I don't
lie.
give a damn. And guess
So
what?
we calling God a lie.
You goddamn right I'm calling them a lie.
No, so no answer. So we calling God a lie.
I'm calling them a lie. Because he didn't write the
No, I'm calling the person who wrote that book a lie, which is whoever was claiming his
wrote that
homie.
book is a lie. Exactly.
Yeah, whoever claimed to be his homie.
Y'all love to say
That's
what
a lie.
y'all love to say what's a lie when y'all haven't even read the Bible and given the experience for your own self to have your own encounter with God.
Alicia, there's no religious person on the planet that's read the Bible that's still a Christian. It's impossible to read that Bible and not.
Hey, Miles Monroe said he'll tell you the first of the year he reads the entire Bible.
I don't care what Miles Monroe said. I'm telling you that Miles Monroe is a liar.
Can I ask a question?
Rachel, go ahead, Rachel.
Absolutely.
I would like to know. First, let me say this. I brought in Christianity because Aaron said that people study the people would be shocked to know that we're studying or believing in the religion of our captors or whatever he said. But I want to ask Jackie and Aaron. So you don't believe in Christianity's God and what is said in the Bible. So is there a religious book that you believe in?
No, absolutely not. I don't believe in none of the goddamn books.
Not at all. Truth be told, I don't think the truth about religion has ever been revealed to anyone. Like, there's too many other options to say that can be used for war, that can be used for profit. There's all sorts of other, other things that go along with religion. To say that, just picking one I pick one and I'm absolutely right. Like, I don't think there's no such thing as an absolute on religion at this point. 'Cause like I said at the beginning, it's all regional. Depending on where you were born, what you practice.
Rachel, you made a statement. You made a statement at the beginning of this. You said you think it's arrogant to think that we are here on our own. Did you not make that statement?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me tell you where I'm landing. If God is so great, regardless of who you think he is, you think one person can define him by writing by a book?
Repeat that for me one time.
If God is so great, regardless of who you think God is, who you believe God is, that's not even a question. Can that individual be dumbed down to a book?
I don't think that the book dumbs God down. I think that God.
Words.
Okay, wait a minute. You asked me if God could be.
Let her finish.
You land on the point that I'm not talking about.
Yeah, let her finish though. Yeah, but let her finish answering it. No, let her finish answering it the way she wants to answer it, Jackie.
We gotta have my question has to be clear. That's the only thing I'm talking about. I'm not trying to interrupt her answer. My question has to be clear. If God is so great, can any person put his greatness in a book?
So let her answer it. Go ahead, Rachel.
I don't believe that God was dumbed down for a book. His greatness cannot be held in a book. However, he knew that he needed to get his word to us somehow. He knew who we would be. So he dumbed it down enough for us to be able to comprehend it.
Did he tell you that? Who did he tell that to?
He told it to the men that was inspired to write the book, but he tells that to us through the word. But see, this is where the problem comes in. We can have this conversation, and we can go back and forth about the conversation. But if you are at a place where you don't believe the foundation, or I don't believe the foundation of what you're saying, we know that we're never going to come to terms.
I don't believe in no religion where your partners are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Come on now. Come on.
Where you're what?
Your partners are named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I don't believe your religion, buddy. That's modern all day.
That's modern language. That's not biblical language at all. Nobody was named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
You know what y'all problem is? The thing is, y'all suffer from idolatry because instead of getting to know God for yourself,
Lisa, don't make it
y'all
personal.
give every reason why you don't want to.
Lisa, don't make it personal. We're talking in general.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you a question.
If I'm giving every reason why I don't want to, and you're doing it, which means you're following it and giving it every reason to. Why not do that for something else? Why not do that for something that actually predates the religion that you currently practice?
So let me ask this question. Let me try to get back to this thing here. Let me ask this question. Keeping in mind, we kind of broke down. Let me break down the as far as the different religions. The breakdown. Christianity represents 28.8% of the world population. Islam represents 25.6%. Unaffiliated represents 24.2%. So unaffiliated, we're talking about atheists and people who really don't assign themselves one religion or another, blah, blah, blah. So that's about 75% of the total population, religious population there. Hindus, they represent about 14%. Buddhists, about 4%. Judaism, less than 1%, 0.20. And then there's this other religions, which is about 2.2. All right. Keeping in mind that there are approximately 8.3 billion people in the world, to your knowledge, has any of those people been able to verify or confirm that their religion and God are the right one? Has anybody been able to confirm that?
No, we know that.
If you listen to people talk about why they believe, if you don't believe in hocus pocus, you wouldn't believe them either.
Okay.
Nobody can confirm. No one's around. No one was around. Rachel and I had a disagreement at the job a couple weeks ago when I said no one has heard God's voice. No one was around to listen to God if he was around to talk to people. Nobody's heard it. Nobody living has heard it. No one that's living wrote the book, whether it be the Bible, whether it be the Quran, whether it be any religious book on the planet. No one living wrote that book. So we don't know.
So you go to school and you learn things and you read books by other dead men, and you take that information and you apply it to your life, and it makes you an engineer. It makes you a doctor. Does that mean that information is incorrect because nobody heard that man that wrote it? Is anybody alive that heard Socrates?
I'm going to say this. That's a false equivalent. Because simply put, you have doctors, lawyers, preachers of every religion. Religion doesn't make you become any of that effort.
No. I'm saying, I'm just talking about the text, because he was saying that there is no one that has heard anybody that wrote any of the religious texts. So not just talking about the Bible, but any religious text is what he was referencing. So I'm using that same analogy in an educational book.
Hold on. Now watch this. There's historical data when it comes to, if I'm in college trying to get into a certain career field, a certain job, whatever. There's data that shows I can go do X, Y, Z. You're gonna get there. There's
historical data behind the scriptures.
The Bible cannot be its own documented case of history. Outside of the Bible, there's no documented case of what happened within the Bible. Outside the Bible.
Are documented cases outside of the Bible. There are other books. There are other books that support the information that's in the Bible. The Quran supports what's in the Bible.
What are the books? What are the books? Right.
So
the Quran supports what's in the Bible.
So
the what now?
The Book of Enoch supports what's in the Bible.
They won't even give you the Book of Enoch. You ain't never read the Book of Enoch. What do you mean? Nobody you know has ever read the book of Enoch. Nobody you know has ever seen the book of Enoch.
I do know people that's read the book of Enoch.
Yes.
You know people who got that book from somewhere else. You've never seen the original book of Enoch. Nobody has.
We haven't seen the original of a lot of things that we deal with, but it's so funny to me how we want to hold God and the Bible to these standards that we don't hold to everything else in our life.
No.
That any old man has, and we want to talk about, we listen to the what our oppressors have done and this, that, and the other, but we drink their liquor, we eat their food, we wear their clothes. It's okay.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about our soul, then we want to hold this to this standard that we don't hold with the rest of our life.
The truth about religion, about the origin of religion, should be absolute. So to make that equivalent, I'll say again, is a very much so false equivalent.
It is absolute, but if you want to put doubts on it, you can. You can doubt anything. I can doubt that your name is Aaron.
If it was absolute, it wouldn't have everybody on this call with no answer.
Thank you.
No, it has you with no answers.
No.
Or somebody else with no answers.
I'm listening to you.
It's hard to have
You're
answers.
just as confused as everybody else.
Okay, so let me interject real quick here. Now, I'm gonna throw in another little bullet point here. Let me throw in a little, and I think this kind of ties into the point where we're at right now. You guys, let me know if where I'm at is on the right track or not. I would assume, now I could be wrong, out of all these religions that we mentioned and we broke down the percentages and yada yada yada, I would assume that probably, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I know you will, Jackie and Aaron, I would assume that the foundation, probably the foundation for all of these religions, including Christianity, is faith. And faith is the personal inward conviction, trust, and spiritual confidence in a higher power. Unseen realities or a set of spiritual truths to that person. And I would assume that it's probably the foundation of most, if not all, religions. Would you guys agree with that? You wouldn't agree with that? Comment on that word faith.
Yes, absolutely. Faith is, truth be told, the belief in something without knowing. So yeah, absolutely.
Faith is the currency of peace.
Go back. Y'all on this Bible. Hebrews 11:1. Faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not yet seen. I get all that language right there. I'm with that. It's faith and believing in something that you cannot see. I get it. But at some point in time, we got to go back to the source. Who taught it? What was the reason behind it? Why?
But the source is God.
The says we don't know that. We don't know that.
God.
We don't know that, Alicia.
So that goes back to what I was saying about how arrogant we must be to think that there is not a God that is in control of something he can transcend what we can intellectually think with our finite mind.
Rachel, let me say this. No one on this call, including right now, the issue between Aaron and myself and you and Alicia. No one, Aaron and I, and no one said that there's not a God.
Oh, I'm glad
you hear that.
Brother Jackie. I'm so glad you brought that up because I failed to check that out. So, is what Jackie's saying is true? Do we all on this call believe that there's something, some higher power, you can call it God or whatever you want to call it? Do we all agree that there is some higher power that created us?
No, I believe in God. I believe that there is a God.
Well, we can call
There's too much here to not believe that there's some sort of more higher power.
Thank you. There's too much here. So this is where the conversation goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Where the message, the message gets misconstrued.
Right.
And that's this. You're hearing, Aaron and I pushing back on religion. We've never said we push back on God. I didn't make myself. I didn't give me life this morning. When I woke up this morning, I didn't wake up this morning and I had in control of putting this world together, make this stay together. There was a rainstorm in Dallas, in Texas last night. I had no control over that. It rained. I had no control over that. See, you missed the point. I don't believe you can take all that greatness right there, because we need water to live. We need the trees and the plants for us to live. We breathe in oxygen and give off carbon dioxide. Plants breathe in carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. I have no control over that. So there's got to be a higher power out there. That's missed the point. But you cannot tell me that you can dumb this down to 10 commandments. You can't tell me that because somebody wrote it means it's true. No. In God's infinite glory, in his infinite power, you can't put that in a book and say, I should follow that book.
So do you think that this big God that is in control of all of those wonderful, amazing things that you just said would just leave you here, make you, and then say, okay, you're on your own. I'm not going to give you anything to go by. Now, he can't give us something that is from his infinite wisdom with our finite minds and expect us to comprehend it. So he has to break it down, make it so that we can digest it. But do you think he just left you here with nothing?
We are limited to our own ability to understand.
But what are you to understand?
Hold on. We're limited. Guess what? We're limited to our own ability to understand why we're here. So all I can speak of, I wrote a book about religion.
And that's what a big part of this conversation is about. It's trying to help give us information, conversation on trying to help us have an understanding of what you just said, Jackie. You know, as far as what all this stuff means.
We are limited.
Yeah. Okay.
We're limited to our own ability to understand why we're here. Because someone can go sit in the college class, learn a couple different words, and put a book together, and all of a sudden we should follow that book. No, that's the pushback.
Okay, so then where do you go? How are we to find out how we're to live, how God wants us to live? If what you say is not in the book, and God has never spoken to anyone, how are we to find out what God wants from us?
I can answer that.
No, not do we?
I can answer that.
We don't know.
No. I can answer that. Would you like my answer?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here's my answer. The last time I was in a church to worship. Now I've been to church for funerals and weddings. Don't get me wrong. But the last time I was in church, and Rachel, you don't know me, but I'm older than you and Jackie. Okay. So I'm old. I've been around a while. But the last time I've been in church, I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old, maybe. And the only reason I was in there for worship was because my mama made my butt go. I haven't been now I'm not bragging about this. But I'm trying to answer your questions for us how we are to know. I haven't picked up a Bible and I don't know how. Look, God and all of God's infinite wisdom put it in each and every one of us. We already know what we need to know. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. We already know all of these things. Now, I will say this, Rachel. I will say this. And I think the Bible is a wonderful thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. The reason I think it's a wonderful thing, because me personally, most of the Bible that I've read or seen, it has some very positive things about it. It does instruct us, for those folks who may not know to look inside of themselves for what to do. It gives a really clear guideline on do's and don'ts and that type of thing. But it's already in us. It truly is already in us. Whether you go to church.
So because it's in us, so let me ask you a question. So because it's in us, where are our instructions when we're going through some of the things in life? Where does God tell us that we have to speak?
No.
Where do we speak that wisdom from?
You don't need God for that.
It's in you.
That's right. It's in you.
It's in you.
Look, Alicia.
It's in you.
Look, Alicia. Let me ask you something. And I'm not going to ask you anything personal. This is a rhetorical question. But let me ask you something. Ask yourself this question. Has there ever, you're 39, right? Alicia?
Hold on 1 second. My dog, hold on.
Okay. Well.
Okay, say that one more time.
Yeah. So here's the question. In your 39 years of life, has there ever been any decision you made or didn't make, has there ever been any decision that you made in your life? It may even have been the wrong decision. But has there ever been any decision that you've made or didn't make, and it ended up being the right decision or the wrong decision, where you didn't hear God's voice? Where you didn't actually hear God's voice. Where God actually said, Alicia, don't do this. Alicia, do that. No, you didn't hear God's voice because it's already in you.
People do hear God's voice. What makes y'all think people don't hear God?
I'm not talking about people.
Voice.
Oh, no. Listen to me. Stop. No, hold up. No, hold up. Hold up. No, would you guys hold up a minute? Would you guys hold up a minute? Would you hold up a minute? I'm talking to Alicia right now. And Alicia, I'm asking you this question. I'm not talking about other people. How many times have...
There's been decisions that I made, but I also, in mine today, I'm going off me today. The word says, seek ye the kingdom first.
Alicia,
Alicia,
follow me.
Back to the Bible.
Follow me. I asked you a very simple question. In your whole life,
I said yes.
You've heard God's voice.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and you know what? I'm not going to call, and I'm not going to say
you're lying. Through your voice.
No, I'm not going to lie. But I'll tell you a lie. But here's what you heard. You heard what God's already put in you. Now you can call it God's voice, and I won't argue with that. But you heard what God's already put in you. In other words, God's already told you how you should live your life. I mean, how many people go to church? Think about this. You got preachers in church, got little hotties on the side. You think that preacher don't know that he ain't supposed to be doing that? Right? You think he don't know that?
Come on now.
But he does it anyway.
Come on now.
So all I'm trying...
So are we gonna we're gonna use that only as an excuse because of what somebody else struggles with?
No, Alicia, we're talking about you not heard.
I'm talking to Pop, Jack. I'm talking to Pop.
No. That for me, that's not an excuse. That was just an example of what I'm trying to explain to you. What I'm trying to explain to you, even people who are into the church heavily, I would hope that a pastor, a pope or whoever, I would think that some of these priests that you hear about molesting little boys, I would hope that they wouldn't need the Bible or to hear God's voice to tell them that that's wrong. They know it. It's already within them. But they do it anyway. That's all I'm trying to say. God.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Rachel.
The word says we wrestle and not.
One of the things that I want.
Go ahead, Rachel.
I want to address is absolutely. I'm sorry. Were you talking to Alicia? I'm sorry.
No, I was speaking, but I was supposed to put the phone on mute.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Rachel.
One of the things that I would like to address with that is that absolutely they do not have to hear God's voice. Let's go back. Because God gave his people two commands. Love your Lord, your God, above all else, and love your neighbor like yourself. That should be all the laws we need. Unfortunately, it is not just God. It is God and it's the enemy and the devil. So we do have to fight against that spirit, that evil spirit. These people know that it's wrong, but the law tells us that. But the law was put in place for the lawless. It wasn't put in place for those of us that recognize and understand the innate God that we have. Because those of us that realize that, we don't need the law. You don't need somebody to tell you not to go and knock somebody in the head. But the law is there for those people that don't have that God conscience. And unfortunately, until you have an experience with God, most people don't tap into their God conscience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would be easy to believe if it didn't sound like the same thing I've heard women say for forever. Until you have your own experience with God. I'm like, bro, I've been walking around this thing for 40 years. If I need an experience from God at this point, I don't want it.
Wow.
Because God is a gentleman. God is not going to force himself on you. You have to want that.
And I have
You
to
have to
agree
want
with you.
that
You know
with
what?
God.
Yeah.
And if
You're
your
absolutely right.
whole thing is that you don't believe and that you don't want it, he's not going to come and beat your door down.
Here's the thing. I spent a lot more time believing than I did not. And I can promise you it wasn't no
So
different.
what happened that the enemy stole that from you?
Hold on. Whoa. This education opened my eyes. It wasn't the enemy stole nothing.
You said the enemy stole nothing?
It wasn't the enemy stole anything. Literally, I got educated on the topic. And once you realize that all of them believe the same thing, like there's a fairness for all of them, like you start to understand, like, okay, this is a system. Yeah, not Riverdale, the next.
Again, and I think it goes back to having an experience with God, not just believing that there is a God, because regardless of what you read and what you study, can't nobody take what you know away from you.
Okay, let's just stay on that theory alone, right? You don't think the Buddhists were spoken to by God to lead them there? Do you think the Muslim was spoken to by Allah to lead them there? If all these different gods are speaking, that means your God is a lie, because your God says it's only one.
Who says? Now, like I said, I know that there is evidence of my God. Where's the evidence of theirs?
Outside
It's
of
a
that
statue
book,
that was left behind?
Here's the thing. There's no such, every religion on the planet only has itself for proof. That's not proof. The Bible is the only book on the planet that only uses itself for reference.
No,
So
there's
therefore, you don't have
scientific
proof either. There's no such thing as scientific proof
things
about
that are
religion.
in the Bible.
There's no scientific proof that proves religion. Not a single thing. I care less what nobody say. Ain't none of that.
Never amount
And if it was, and here's the thing, if it was, it would be the easiest thing for everybody to get on board on, because simply put, everybody's looking for absolute truth.
No, it wouldn't be the easiest thing for everyone to get on board, because the enemy blinds the eyes of people. I mean, because we live in his territory. So yeah, he's going to blind the eyes of people, just like because education blinds the eyes of people. But you don't see that there's scientific proof. Okay, so the stories in the Bible, maybe I should say that. The stories in the Bible have scientific backing. The art, the resurrection of Christ, different things.
The scientific backing on the stories in the Bible says allegory. So no, that's not true at all. It's actually very false.
Just because you say that it's very false doesn't make it very false.
No, I said the science behind it says it's allegory.
Okay, all right.
We know you ain't drop no man off in no lion's den. We know ain't no son gonna stay in a whale's mouth and live.
No, because our finite mind cannot think that, but God is bigger than us. God is bigger than our thoughts. And that's how he proves that he is God.
I tell you what, that was proven to you. Go jump in that lion's den.
By the whale. And he also went on an involuntary 3-day fast with his own encounter with God.
And what was his name again that did that?
Jonah.
All right. Good. Jonah.
Okay.
And when you talk about Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, and those are names that were translated just like Jesus. So they had Hebrew names. They had Aramaic names. So, you know.
If they had that, why don't you know it?
Okay.
They were translated again for a generation of people that did not speak that language long before we came along.
The translation.
All right.
I don't care how long education has been there. We've been dealing with education for hundreds of years. So simply put, we'd have that information. The reason why we don't have that information is because it's not there.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
That's not true.
Hold on 1 second.
And you said that you studied religion, and when you study religion, because I have, all of that comes up in any seminary,
Hold up 1
seminary
second. Hold up 1 second. Hold up 1 second.
Right, but
Hold
we're
up.
in seminary.
Hold up 1 second.
or
We lost.
theological training.
Hold up 1 second. We lost
It doesn't
Jackie.
even have to be a Christian seminary.
Hey guys, hold up a second. We lost Jackie. We're going to add Jackie back. Hold up 1 second.
Hey, y'all.
All right, you back? Okay. All right, everybody back
Yeah,
on. Sorry.
yeah, man.
All right, I tell you what we're going to do. We try to stick to about an hour. We're over now. This is a really deep topic and a lot going on. And so Nikki's over here telling me, let's go 10 more minutes. So let's go 10 more minutes. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Rachel. You were.
I'm gonna say this right here, and this is what I'm gonna encourage. I'm gonna encourage a 3-day fast for your own encounter with God. I don't want to hear how you feel or what somebody man said. Give God a 3-day fast for yourself, for your life, and come back and tell me about your encounter with God. And when I say fast, you got to go to Isaiah 58.
Can I say something there right
You
here?
mean to tell me I gotta go to the Bible in order to believe in it again? If
No, I
you
didn't
could-
say
I tell you what,
believe,
listen.
that's not what I said.
No. What I'm saying is, if we could give me something else that could be proven outside of the Bible related to it, I would try it. But if I have to go to the Bible and read the Bible in order to believe the Bible, I'm not going to do it.
It's not
That's
about
using your own
the Bible.
self-reference.
That's not what I said. I said your own
No,
encounter
you said
with
for my
God.
own encounter with God, I should take a fast, right? And then you said go and read a portion of the Bible.
I said go read Isaiah 58. Absolutely, those are your instructions on how to biblically do a spiritual fast.
So do you tell a Muslim to go read the Bible? Do you tell a Hinduist to go read the Bible? Do you tell a person that believes in Judaism to read the Bible?
Why am I talking about Hinduism when they already hate that you turn yoga into a hobby?
Alicia, you missing the point. You're trying to force. This is the part of that religion that Aaron and I have an issue with. You trying to tell me that I should go read the Bible to believe in the Bible when there's other nationalities out here that don't believe in the Bible. What do you tell them to do?
So I think what she was saying was to go there to that point of reference to about fasting. However, do it like this. Don't go to the Bible. Take you 3 days and talk to God.
We're not fasting at all because guess what? I don't think fasting is any other book out there. I don't believe that either.
My point, you guys are choosing not to have your own experience. You are voluntarily choosing.
We're bringing our own experiences to the table.
You can't bring your own experience to the table when God ain't told you.
You're bringing your own experience to the table, telling how great God is. That's your own experience. That's not the general public. So no, man. You're bringing your own experiences, telling me I should follow your own experiences to believe what you believe in.
My thing is, I think it boils down to, like we said originally, believing in something.
Pharaoh, a hardened heart.
In a hardened heart, I just no. You can't. Let me tell you this. Like I said this before, you can't go tell people to go get educated and then want to dictate how they use the education, how they use the knowledge.
Did you say we can't tell y'all to go get educated? And what you say?
No, you can't tell people to go get educated and get knowledge and then want to dictate how they use their.
No, I said go get educated, go get biblically educated. And my thing is you can't tell me my point is wrong if you never try.
And nobody say you just and that's part of the problem.
You can't tell me my point is wrong if you never try.
Hold up, and that's part of the problem because you keep you keep laying on the fact that we're telling you that you're wrong. No, we're not telling that you're wrong. I'm just don't believe in that you're right. I don't believe. Aaron, I said we don't believe that you're right.
Okay. I tell you what, guys, we're gonna take a time out. Like Alicia suggested, we're gonna take a time out, and we'll come back next week, and we'll try to finish this up. There are a couple other things that I want to cover.
fuck this shit, I'm out.
What was that again?
I said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. But we're going to go ahead and close it out for the day. I'm going to give you guys a chance.
Rachel, don't hang up. Don't hang up, Rachel. When we get off here, don't hang up.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So I'm going to give you guys one last chance, just really short and brief. Your quick thoughts on this session, and then, like I said, hopefully next week you guys all will be able to come back because there are still a couple more things I wanted to cover on it. So go ahead, please. We'll start with you, Jackie.
Hey, these topics of religion, relationships, all this, these topics, they are very emotional. People believe in what they believe in, and that's fine. But I believe we have to have hard conversations, and every hard conversation makes everyone in the conversation feel uncomfortable. That's fine. You don't grow. You don't. Pop, you've been working out since I met you. You look like you're 35 years old. You don't get strong by lifting lighter weights. You get strong by lifting heavier weights. So let's have the hard conversation that make everyone better. We don't have to agree. The goal is to be better overall. On that point, I'll land.
Thank you. Good points. Good points. What about you, Aaron?
I mean, I truly enjoy the conversations, especially related to things that I do have an interest in. And religion is absolutely high on that list. I'm hard in these conversations because, simply put, I'm looking for something that I've never heard before that leads me in that direction. And I normally never get that in religious conversations. But I'm absolutely going to be full participatory in that same search because I'm looking for absolute truth. I'm not looking to be absolutely convinced. And that's where I stand on religion.
Good point. Good point. Alicia?
Yes, I'm here.
Any last thoughts on this particular episode? We'll continue next week.
I'm looking forward to next week.
Okay. All right. What about you, Rachel? Thank you. We want to thank you for joining us too. You actually added a lot to the conversation. Any parting thoughts? And hopefully you'll be able to come back next week.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and I have enjoyed it. And I guess my final thought would be, we talked about it. It all boils down to what you believe.
Yes.
I believe in the one true and living God. That's what I believe in.
Yes.
And that's because I've had an experience with him, not by what somebody else has told me, not by what I've read in the Bible, not by what I've read anywhere else. And I went on a spiritual journey. I studied all types of religion, and I came back to God. So I just, again, thank you for having me. And if you'll have me next week, I'll definitely show up.
All right, then. We're looking forward to it. All right, guys.
That's over. Hey, that's over. Look, after we got beat up, that's over for debate at this moment.
Okay.
What, Jackie?
All three of y'all.
Okay, guys. I really appreciate you for this session. Listeners, thank you for joining in. Again, we are always looking for feedback. You can go to our Facebook page, DNA Hardwired, Common Sense Turned Upside Down. Drop us a line. We really would appreciate your input. And thank you for listening. This is Pop, Jackie, Aaron, Alicia. We're all signing off here. Thank you. Bye.
Throw Rachel there, right, Pop? Throw Rachel there.
And Rachel. Thank you, guys. Signing off.
All right, now.